is Doyle with J. Rockcliffe Realtors, and welcome to East Bay Real Life. So what we're doing is, on a weekly, monthly basis, kind of bringing to you guys challenges that our clients are having, without calling it challenges, but issues that our clients are experiencing, where maybe if we share, you guys can learn from and then avoid the circumstances when you're in that same situation. So what I've done is I brought a good friend. He's a great lender, one of my favorite mortgage lenders here, Darrell Nelson.
Good morning. I'm Darrell Nelson with Diversified Capital Funding.
Yeah, so thank you. So what I wanted to do is share a situation that we've just experienced. Actually, I'm helping the family close their escrow today. But I wanted to go over kind of what they went through. So we are approaching what we all might call a little bit more of a normal market now, right?
That's true.
A stabilized, there's a little bit more inventory, and I think a lot of consumers that are trying to buy homes and sell homes are more tempted to say, okay, a contingency on the sale of their home might be accepted in today's market, maybe more than it would be, say, a year ago. Definitely that's possible, but I wanted to share with you guys, even though that the case of contingencies are more possible today, what people oftentimes go through is I'm working with a family, several of them actually right now, where because they were able to get a contingency accepted, the stress that they have been under during this process has been significant. Yeah, so they had, put an offer on a home, listed their home for sale, and the sellers were open-minded to that. But what people don't realize when you approach it this way is sometimes you're in a situation where you might be paying more than maybe you could.
Right.
But even more than that, the stress that families like this go through when they're trying to sell their homes in a pressured situation, sometimes they might take less than they maybe would normally.
Right.
It just puts that undue emotional stress and strain on their whole process versus what I want to talk with you about.
Right.
Most families, when they come to us and they have a home to sell and they have a dream home they want to buy,
right.
We talk strategies about let's sell your home first, potentially. Let's help you get into this next house. But that isn't always possible.
Right.
The dream home is sometimes there.
Right.
Can't sell a house in time. So that's where you come in.
Okay.
So share with us the loan that has now become available. It's new, right?
It's a newer program. Essentially what it is it allows us to do exactly what you just mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to make that non-contingent offer. And essentially what it is usually the two biggest barriers associated with somebody trying to go non-contingent is one, they don't have the down payment. Right? Because the down payment is coming from the funds of their existing home.
Right.
And two, is that if they do have the down payment, the lender is going to count both payments against them.
Right, they have to qualify for both sides.
Exactly. So you're going to have to go ahead, and that's a huge burden for somebody in terms of qualifying.
Right.
What we do to kind of basically take care of both of those issues is that we have a program where it is a large down payment, so it's up to 30% down.
Okay.
But if they have significant equity in their house, essentially what we're going to do is we take money out of the house that they're going to sell and put it towards a potential purchase.
Right.
And the other issue is the fact that the way we get around not counting the payment against them is the guideline is as long as we have a listing agreement on their house. And what's great is that we don't even have to be on the MLS. So we just have to have a listing agreement.
Right.
If we have that, they will not count anything against that property. So not only the first mortgage, in terms of if we do another loan, for example, for them to pull their down payment out, that allows us they don't count that payment, the taxes or anything. So they're really only qualifying for that one loan as if the house was already sold.
Right, which it gives people the advantage of, you want to sell your home, but timing hasn't lent it to where it's possible in advance. So here's what has been negative on the traditional bridge loan. People always say to me, why don't we just do a bridge loan? So the comparison of the two is bridge loans are very expensive.
This is true.
Right, and this program is not. Right?
Well, what it is essentially is that in order to do a bridge loan, you're going to usually pay significant costs up front.
Exactly.
And what I've done...
And you have to qualify for both of them.
And you have to qualify for both. Right. Yeah, exactly. That program, good point. Well, I'll give you an example. Did a deal recently for a property that was about a 1.2 million sales price. They had significant equity in their home.
Right.
And they needed about $280,000. So what I did is I have a series of investors that are looking for a good rate of return on their money. So what I do is I go directly to them and we arrange a private loan with them at a moderate rate with no points.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a win-win situation because the seller, the buyer is essentially getting a deal at no cost
that
they're using for their down payment. the investor is getting a nice return on their money for a short term.
Right.
And then it allows us to go ahead and facilitate the sale before they sell their home.
Right, so it's a solution
It's
to
a
this
solution.
stress and strain contingent offer, and the chance of you getting that contingent offer still are weak at best.
Right.
So yeah, so if you guys have questions, let us know. But we want, like I said, we want to bring you solutions to everyday challenges that people are facing in our market right now.
Right.
And this is one of the biggest ones that we see every day. So thanks, Darrell, for your
Oh, sure.
help.
Glad to be here.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
take care, guys. Call us if you have any questions.
Thank you.